everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. As Nick sips a beer in the jazz lounge, a drunken Phyllis stumbles down the steps and weaves across the room. She bumps into an employee and declares she didn't do it on purpose, not that anyone in that town would believe her. Nick watches as she drifts over to sit beside him. He wonders what's going on, and she offers to tell him if he'll buy her a drink. He's guessing she's already had enough. Phyllis claims she just wants to annihilate the darkness and announces that she had an epiphany. "Don't try to change, ever. It's a waste of time," she says. He's not buying that. As Phyllis peels off her fake lashes and mashes them onto the bar, she complains about how her kids walk on eggshells around her, and her last chance at happiness blew up in her face. Removing a hair extension, Phyllis adds that she can't escape from her history, so why try? Nick assumes this is all about a certain rock star. She can't even handle hearing his name and explains that Danny told her who he really wanted, and it's not her. Humiliated and rejected, her first impulse was to seek revenge. That just proves she can't change. Nick tells Phyllis to drop the can't change garbage and points out she has changed over the past few months. Shaking her head, Phyllis says she hasn't, and if she has, so what? When she asks for a drink, Nick suggests she let him buy her all the junk food she can eat instead. Phyllis says she wants the room service kind, so she can change out of her dress. After stopping her from picking up her discarded lashes, Nick holds her up as they stumble out. Nick and Phyllis head to her suite. She rushes into the bathroom, and he calls room service for cheeseburgers, fries, onion rings, and mac and cheese. Phyllis stumbles back in wearing a robe and is thrilled to hear about all the carbs he's ordered. Thanking him, Phyllis says he can go. Nick won't let her have all that food herself. Phyllis requests he not let her kids know about all this. He promises they won't hear about it from him. Phyllis makes herself a nightcap, and Nick suggests they talk about whatever is bothering her. He's there to listen without judgment. At the Newman Ranch, Nikki informs Victor that his evasion of simple questions is only making her more worried. They sit down, and he explains that he's heard from Jordan. She took the bait, and his plan is under control. Nikki frets that Jordan is planning a trap of her own. Victor has guessed that too, but assures his wife that he will be successful this time. This is the last stage of his plan to stop that woman from causing the family more pain. In an alley, Jordan dances while humming an old stripper song and practices aiming her gun. Michael arrives at the ranch and asks Victor if it's really happening tonight. He says everything has been arranged as ordered, but he doesn't like the legal risks being taken. Nikki demands some information, but her husband says the less she knows, the better. He'll tell her everything when he gets back. Giving her a kiss, he says he adores her and she needs to trust him. Once Victor and Michael have exited, Claire comes in, surprised to see Nikki up at this hour. Nikki is too keyed up for bed. Claire suggests she distract herself by telling her a story. Nikki thinks that's sweet. Claire wants to hear all about how she and Victor got together. She's only heard the way Jordan tells it. Her grandmother warns her to fasten her seatbelt. Nikki starts the story in her late teens, when she was naive and a bit of a wild child, taking every wrong path she came across. After signing on to a modeling agency that fronted for prostitution, she joined a cult before becoming a dancer at the Bayou. It was there that she first met the much older Victor, who was going through a hard time. He didn't exactly ask her out, but was determined to transform the street-smart kid she was into an elegant lady. She had etiquette lessons, learned to dress, carry on proper conversation, and to play music. Claire assumes they fell in love in the process. Nikki says she certainly did, but it took Victor longer. They were married several times and always find their way back to each other. That's a testament to their devotion to one another and their family. When Claire asks if Victor was really raised in an orphanage or if that was phony like her aunt claimed. Nikki confirms it's true. Family was something Victor yearned for, and now he makes sure nothing will happen to any of them. None of this sounds like the terrible man Claire grew up hearing about.